Hi everyone, I'm Amana from Partisia Blockchain, and today we are joined by Gordon from Kin. So welcome to our video interview with Kin. Today we're excited to learn more about the project and why they choose to build on Partisia Blockchain. So yeah, Gordon, I don't know if you wanted to introduce yourself quickly before we begin.
Yep, I'm Gordon Povey. I'm the CEO and founder of a company called Better Internet Search Limited, and we built a product, which is a search engine called Kin.
So what is the main objective of your project and what are you trying to achieve?
Well, Kin it's an alternative search engine. We're a search engine based on Web3 principles. We're ad-free, and we're all really about building on our community and building around transparency and privacy. At the moment, we have just launched, quite literally on Monday, the 1st of May, we launched the prototype, not the prototype, the beta of the Kin search engine, so people can actually use that. Our principal aim is to be a disruptor. We're highly differentiated from the products that exist at the moment. We're community focused, for example. We're completely ad free for both organic searches, and if you're searching for products and services, there's no sponsored content. We have a revenue sharing model. We're 100% private. We're also green and ethical. So compared with the current search engine offerings, we look fundamentally different, and we believe produce better search results.
Right. So what sort of specific problem does the project aim to address over sort of different search engines?
Well, one of the key things is we actually thought that the business model of existing search engines, and indeed the internet as a whole, seems flawed. The advertising model, in particular, doesn't treat the user as the customer. The user has actually become the product to be sold to advertisers. And that skews things, and in search, it skews results towards advertising and sponsored content, and to biased search results that are again skewed by things like search engine optimization. So in our model, we tried to make the user the actual customer, and we adopted a brokerage model rather than an advertising model. So that's one of the principal things that we've actually done to benefit the user. The other is we try and reward the user when they do things that help our platform. So our platform is very much about community. So we're trying to serve our community, but also our community help us to build a better product. And we've got ways of rewarding the user through a tokenization system.
So why did you choose to build on Partisia Blockchain then?
Well, there's a number of reasons. We'd been experimenting with a token system so that we can reward our users for certain activities. We experimented with Scotcoin, first of all, which is a cryptocurrency. The problem we had there, of course, is we are not really influencing the value of that coin because it's outside of our ecosystem. So we wanted a blockchain where we were able to mint our own coin. So we needed a layer 1 blockchain where we could do that. We also needed to consider privacy and security and the processing of any personal information around searches, etc., without exposing the user to any privacy issues. So the multi-party computation technology looked very attractive to us. And of course, Partisia were offering both a layer 1 blockchain combined with multi-party computation. So it's just pre-COVID. I was looking around for technologies. I got in touch with Peter and Kurt. We had a good conversation and we agreed to kick off a project. That project was very successful, and I think one of the key things for us around Partisia Blockchain, it's not just the technology. Partisia agreed to work with us, to support us, to actually help us to integrate the technology into our platform. So it wasn't just as a technology provider, it was actually as a partner to help us build the platform. So the Partisia Blockchain have proven to be a very good and successful partner for us.
So obviously privacy and security are sort of our key objectives. So how do you align with them?
Well, the key thing for us is not to use any user data that's not required for the delivery of the actual search results.
Yeah.
The other thing is when we are actually processing data is transparency. So being on a blockchain actually allows us to be both transparent, but also treat privacy concerns in a transparent way without actually exposing any information, for example, on the blockchain itself.
Have you come across sort of any big challenges, or what sort of challenges do you think you'll have going forward?
We certainly have a number of challenges still. We have organic search working very well at the moment, and if anyone wants to actually try the search engine, you'll find that we compare very well. In fact, we believe we're better than the incumbent search engines for things like web searches, news searches, image searches, and video searches. Our monetization is around shopping searches, or one of our monetizations. At the moment, that's not working brilliantly. We're about UK centric at the moment. The choice of products isn't as wide as we would like, although it's still wider than if you were to do a search on eBay. So we've still got development work to be done there. Another thing is we are funding the project using tokens, and we've completed a pre-sale recently, a successful trial pre-sale. That was successful, and we're going to be doing another pre-sale fairly soon, and that's going to raise the funds that we actually require to launch the product beyond the beta onto the market, do some marketing around it, and continue the development, including our AI systems. We still have to turn on the reward system. We experimented with it on the prototype. That worked well. We're going to be turning that on. There will be some challenges around there, but what will happen after that's turned on is the users will gain rewards in the form of tokens. They will be rewarded for things that either help us to grow the community, so things like referrals, that help us to generate revenue, so product searches, for example, or that help us to train the platform. So the users are actually participating in developing and making the platform better. If they give us feedback on results that they're not happy with, that helps us to train the AI systems and helps us to train. It helps provide training data that we then apply to improve the ranking of results. So we reward users for providing that feedback as well. The revenue share element of it is important for us because that's what provides liquidity for the tokens. So the tokens themselves, which are owned by our users and our ecosystem, they are finite in number, and as our community grows, we need to recirculate these. We would eventually run out of tokens if we couldn't recirculate them into the economy. So we use some of the revenue share to provide liquidity to the tokens. And of course, what happens is as they become more scarce, the value actually goes up. So one of the benefits that we are providing to our users, especially our early adopter users, is if they're earning tokens just now and they hold on to these tokens, the value of them should continue to rise as along with the actual success of the platform.
And so how do you sort of see the project evolving in the future? What are the plans for like the next year, the next 5 years?
In the short term, there's a couple of things that we're actually doing. One is actually building the community. It's important to build our community of like-minded people that actually have a vested interest in this platform doing well. It's our community that actually allow us to develop the platform, to train the system, and that gain rewards from this. So community is very important for us. And of course, around the pre-sales of our tokens, we're generating the funds to continue the development. One of the exciting things in the development is the community-based training. We've observed a lot of the AI that's being used in other search engines, and the use of ChatGPT and things like Bing. We do have some concerns around there because we're being presented with answers to questions or to search queries they're curated results, but we don't actually know where the sources of these results are from. So the AI that we're developing is community-based on explainable AI principles. So it's not black box. We don't know where the answers come from. We're being transparent about how the AI system's actually working. So we're treating AI in a slightly different way to, I guess, the hype around ChatGPT and things like that at the moment, which we think is slightly worrying if you don't know can you trust these answers? Do you know the source of these answers? So that's one of the key areas that we're actually working on into the future is developing the AI, but making sure it's an explainable AI system so that we actually understand what's going on, how these results were generated, what the sources of information are
transparent.
from. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Great, sounds good. I think we've covered everything. What is the best way for people to stay in contact with you and all your key links as well?
Well, obviously we've got the traditional social media channels, including we've just established a Telegram channel for our community. So there's these usual methods, but if people want to get in touch with us directly, obviously you can go to the website. You can just go to searchkin.com or web3.searchkin.com will actually get it to the website. And I'll give you details that you can put up if someone wants to get in touch with us directly via email or whatever. But I would encourage people to try out the search engine, which is available at the moment at searchkin.com. And there are ways where you can do direct comparisons as well with the likes of Google and Bing. And I strongly encourage people to give us a try. And then if you have any comments or feedback or you want to contact us, you can get in touch with us directly.
Great, sounds good. Thank you so much for your time and looking forward to seeing how the project develops.